Hello viewers, Siddhi Day, November 24. The date 24th November is a very significant one for the devotees of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, as it marks the anniversary of the Siddhi Day, the day of victory. The descent of the Sri Krishna consciousness or the over mental consciousness into the physical, which took place in the year 1926. This was the first decisive step towards the supramental manifestation which took place later in 1956. About this event, Sri Aurobindo later wrote in a letter that 24th November 1926 was the descent of Krishna into the physical. The descent of Krishna would mean the descent of the overmind Godhead preparing, though not itself actually the descent of supermind and Ananda. Krishna is the Anandamaya. He supports the evolution through the overmind, leading it towards his Ananda. Shortly after the Siddhi Day in November 1926, Sri Aurobindo retired from daily contact with his disciples and placed the mother in charge of their care. Thereafter, he saw them only a few times a year on what came to be known as Darshan days. The Sanskrit word darshan means seeing and refers in this context to seeing Sri Aurobindo and the mother and to receive their blessings. At first, there were 3 dozen days: the mother's birthday, Sri Aurobindo's birthday, and the Siddhi Day. In 1939, a 4th day was added, the mother's final arrival in Pondicherry. On these occasions, Sri Aurobindo and the mother sat together in a small room, while the sadhaks and devotees approached one by one and offered flowers and bowed down at their feet. After Sri Aurobindo left his body in 1950, the mother continued to give darshan on these days. From 1963 onwards, she gave darshan for the terrace for 5 or 10 minutes as she gazed upon those who had gathered in the street below. Importance of Siddhi Day. The Siddhi Day, Day of Victory. The Sri Aurobindo Ashram was founded by Sri Aurobindo on the 24th November 1926 Siddhi Day. At that time, there were no more than 24 disciples in the ashram. Further, on that day, Sri Aurobindo experiences the descent of Krishna into his body. He explains, the descent of Krishna would mean the descent of overmind, Godhead preparing, though not itself actually bringing the descent of supermind and Ananda. In order to understand the importance of this day, it is necessary to go back to Sri Aurobindo's experience in the jail in 1909 and link it up with the 24th of November 1926. We must also take into consideration what Sri Aurobindo wrote about his own sadhana to Barin in reply to his letter in 1920. In that letter of April 1920, Sri Aurobindo described the stage of his yoga when he came to Pondicherry in 1910 as preliminary or preparatory. That is to say, it was a preliminary stage of the supermental yoga. The inner guide, the universal teacher, showed me my path entirely. All its essence is contained in the 10 limbs of the yoga. For the last 10 years, 1910 to 1920, the divine has given me the experience of that element and developing it in me. Though the work is not yet finished, without reaching the supermental, it is impossible to know the ultimate secret of the world. The riddle of the world cannot be solved without it. but its attainment is not easy. After 15 years, I am just now rising to the lowest of the three layers of supermind and trying to drop all my movement into it. But when the Siddhi is complete, then there is no doubt that the divine will give the Siddhi of the supermind to others through me with very little effort. Then my real work will begin. I am not in a hurry to accomplish my work. I do not want to jump into the field of action like a madman running hither and thither with the power of his petty egoism. This work is not mine, it is the divine's. I don't want the thousands or lakhs of disciples. It would be enough if I get 100 men free from their petty egoism and ready to work as the instruments of the divine. What can imperfect man going in the midst of imperfect men achieve? These quotations clearly demonstrate that when Sri Aurobindo came to Pondicherry, he was not groping for his path. His path was clear before him. After 1910, the charge of his yoga was taken over by the divine, and the path was revealed to him in 10 limbs of the sadhana. He was all along conscious of the existence of the supermental plane above the mind, and up to 1920 he had succeeded in ascending to the lowest stratum of that consciousness and also drawing up all the movements of his nature into it. He was besides not impatient for action. He did not want to act from ignorant human instruments but from a higher consciousness. He had the confidence that if the perfection of the supermental descent could be established, then other people would be able to profit by it with much less efforts. It was when the tapasaya for the Siddhi of the supermental was going on that, fortunately, as if by a divine dispensation, the mother joined him intimately in the great spiritual work. From the beginning of 1926, the work of guiding the disciples already began to move towards the mother. There was also women disciples, 3 or 4 in numbers, staying in the ashram, who used to go to the mother for meditation. From August 1926, the number of disciples going to the mother increased. It was as if Sri Aurobindo was slowly withdrawing himself and the mother was spontaneously coming out and taking up the great work, both of inner sadhana and of the outer organization of the ashram. The meditations became more and more concentrated and intense. Sri Aurobindo's coming out for the evening sitting began to become more and more late. The wonder of it was that no one felt anything unnatural in all this change. The part of the disciples in the tremendous task of Sri Aurobindo and the mother was insignificant. Still they were the witness of the changes in the inner and outer atmosphere of the ashram. From the trend of the evening talks just before and after the 15th of August 1926, it was becoming clear that the importance of a link between the highest supermind and the mind was being emphasized. He called it the overmind. During the 6 years from 1920 to 1926, it was also evident that he had gone much further, not only in the ascent towards and into the higher consciousness, but also in bringing about its descent into the nature. Several times in the beginning of November, the evening talks turned on the possibility of the descent of the divine consciousness and its process. From these evening conversations, Therefore, the idea of the nearness of such a descent came to several disciples. There was the possibility of the descent of the gods. In the life of Divine Sri Aurobindo has given a clear exposition of the overmind plane and the consciousness and the overmind gods. Hello viewers, from this video you may know November 24th is celebrating Siddhi Day in Aurobindo Ashram and by the devotees of Sri Aurobindo as well as Mother. If you are liking this video means kindly press the like button as well as share to your friends and relatives. I kindly request to all the viewers to subscribe this Aurobindar Anne Arul channel. I thank you for your valuable time spent for watching this video. Your response has been highly appreciated. Once again, thank you very much.